welcome to Five Out, a Ball Knowers podcast. My name is Graham Dinas. I'm going to be running the point again today. I am joined once again by Austin Harrelson and Brendan Evers, and making their first appearances on the show, we have Lance Thomas and Ethan Stout. Gentlemen, welcome. We've got a lot to talk about, but before we get into, we're going to kick it off with the opening two games of the NFL season. But before we get started, would like to just remind everyone, links are in the description of this video to all of our social media pages. Subscribe to us on YouTube, leave a like on the video. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Clips coming soon. That's how we notified people that episodes are coming up, is on Instagram. And we'll add a link to our Facebook here shortly, probably immediately after the episode. But welcome in, guys, and let's just get right into the NFL slate. So we're going to start it off with the Cowboys and the Eagles in Philadelphia on Thursday night. The Eagles win the game 24-20, but far and away the biggest story of the night was before the game had even begun, when Jalen Carter gets ejected for spitting on Dak Prescott's chest. He kind of like Kobe'd it right through his jersey into the shoulder pads. An incredible shot. I'll start with you, Austin. Your thoughts on the whole situation, or wherever you want to take this.
So, Graham, I'm going to throw it right back at you. Do you think that Dak spit at him first, or was he just spitting into the ground?
Well, I actually have – we have a video. I'm going to pull up the video from Twitter. Let's see if you guys can see this. But if you look right here.
I think he's just spitting on the ground.
He spits on the ground. And then he gets What's up with it? He's getting up in his face, and then boom, Kobe, right there.
Boom, Kobe.
Through the jersey into the shoulder pads. So Dak certainly instigated that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that was at the ground, but it was pretty close. Like,
it was intentional. It was right at his feet. He knew what he was doing, I think, at the very least.
So,
I would feel disrespected at least if somebody did that near me, but I don't think I'd retaliate by actually spitting on somebody, because I think that's a line that you don't cross, and especially in an NFL game. Like, the ref sees that, which, by the way, in the clip, the ref is like walking up behind him. You're gonna get, like, if you get caught, you're out. So. But yeah, it was a great football game, by the way. Weather delay and all. Like, it was a great football game, but that is the story that people are going to take away.
Yeah, it was the first play of the game.
Before the first play of the game.
Like, that's the first thing. You had the injury, and then immediately Jalen Carter's ejected from the game. That's just hilarious. Not the injury, but
the Jalen Carter ejection was just massive for Dallas, because we knew going into the season Dallas had not invested a ton of resources into their running game. Like, they're bringing in Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders to be their 1-2 punch in the backfield. And Jalen Carter gets ejected, and immediately the Cowboys are just getting 5-6 yards of pop when they just run it right up the middle. If Jalen Carter's in the game, they can't run the ball like that, and they're probably not quite as competitive. What do you think, Ethan?
No, I totally agree. I mean, I was watching the game, and, like, that's the first thing I said, like, the game just, like, totally flipped. I mean, if you have someone that dominant up the middle, and then he doesn't even get to play a snap on defense. But I'm going to go back a little bit. I think Dak gave him a little shoe shine. He shined Jalen Carter's shoes in the wrong way. And, I mean, obviously that's like, what, a solar battery or something, spitting on someone? But, I mean, that's just a crazy way to start the season. I mean, I was kind of excited to see it. Kind of got me going a little bit.
That was definitely Jalen Carter following the game said, in quote, "It won't happen again."
It might. With Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter is actually, like, he's just a known piece of shit. Like, everybody knows that. Okay, let's just bring the elephant out. You know, he had his incident in like when he was at Georgia, and that was as a Bears fan, like, watching Darnell Wright being picked over Jalen Carter was definitely crushing at the time. But it's like, you know what? I'm okay with it now.
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest.
all right.
Yeah, I think a Georgia football player is kind of like stink on shit. So like this yeah,
There's
that nothing like that surprises me anymore.
a lot of
Honestly.
That's. I mean,
consistency with
I
Georgia players.
cannot disagree.
And Philly has made a living in these past like 4 or 5 drafts. They just draft the entirety of the Georgia defense.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, literally. I mean,
yeah.
the Georgia headlines are funny. You just get a Twitter notification. It's like Georgia 5-star commits armed robbery and shoots 4 civilians.
All right, let's get into the game now. So that game was 21-20 at halftime. It was a high-scoring affair. 0 punts in the first half, and then after the key Miles Sanders fumble in the third quarter, the Lightning comes and they delay it for 45 minutes probably.
Yeah, and then no
And
score.
then no scoring after that. So that game, and I believe that the line was like the over-under was 47.5.
Yeah, I saw some books had it 48.5, but yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so the game was at 41. The under hit, regardless, so it wouldn't have been 47.5.
Yeah.
But the under hit after there were 40 points scored in the first half. The Lightning completely changed the game. But that first half, Dak Prescott looked really good. And that pains me to say, but the Cowboys were humming a little bit, and I think they're a little bit better than a lot of people expected.
Their defense is horrible. So their defense actually looked miserable.
Speaking of their defense, did you guys see during the Lightning delay, Trayvon Diggs searching around for food and went into a suite, got some random suite, got some food? I mean, he's on a mission. Bro's hungry. Let him be.
I did see
I did
that.
not see that, Ethan.
I did not see that.
I saw him wandering around the tunnel
I saw that.
without any pads on. But yeah, so Dak looked good. Jalen Hurts came out in the first half looking really good. He got his first 2 scramble touchdowns in, I believe, 3 years. Like he hadn't, obviously he's been tush pushing into the end zone for 2 years now, and that's how he's been racking up all these rushing touchdowns. He hadn't scrambled for a touchdown since October 2nd of 2022, and on Thursday night he had 2 scrambles for touchdowns. And you know what would have prevented that is having a guy like Micah Parsons who's going to set the edge on the outside and not let the quarterback escape the pocket.
But Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark kept Saquon from busting because, well, pause.
Pause.
Whoa.
Saquon only had 60 yards and 18 carries. He was limited by Saquon standards. He had just an okay to below average game. But Micah Parsons would have, I think, limited on the Jalen Hurts output in that game.
I mean, did they just not know that Jalen Hurts can run? I mean, they weren't even trying to stop it. I feel like he was just running around.
I mean, he's been their leading rushing touchdown scorer every year, right? Like,
but again, it's all been on tush pushes.
Yeah,
So
he loves
they
the
weren't
tush. He gets
Loves
pushed in the
the
tush hard, man.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have. I was gonna say I don't think I would have expected coming into the game that Jalen Hurts would have more rushing yards at the end of the game than Saquon, though. So, I think that was a little surprising. There was clearly a little bit of game plan from Dallas, maybe to limit him, but there's so many weapons with the Philly offense that we'll talk about it later, but AJ Brown almost felt not needed at some points.
Let's talk about it now.
And that became a big point in the game, or a big point online.
Yeah.
AJ Brown had 0 catches through 3 quarters, and then he got 1 pity 8-yard catch whenever they were trying to seal the game. I drafted AJ Brown for my 2nd-round fantasy pick this year. And he was awful.
That's
and
rough.
A lot of fantasy owners feel the same way. But that's the thing with this Philly offense is they can just feed the hot hand. Jahan Dotson was the leading receiver as the number 3. He caught a couple.
He played really well.
But they just Jalen Hurts is not interested in racking up any stats. He doesn't care about your fantasy teams. He's going to distribute the ball and play in a way that's going to help the team win. And he's always been like that. But it's super frustrating for a guy who drafted AJ Brown. with a
I
21st
was
pick.
thinking like AJ Brown fantasy owners. Like honestly, I'd rather him have a 0. That one catch was just like a stab in the heart. Like
Graham,
come on, man.
We'll talk about Xavier
Graham,
Worthy when
I
we
was
get
about to
to
say,
the
why
Chiefs
don't you
game.
want to tell them about your other receiver? in
Let's
fantasy?
I drafted Xavier Worthy.
Nice.
That was my wide receiver 1 and 2.
It's
They combined
crazy.
for 1.3 points. Last thing that we'll get into before we go to that game. CeeDee Lamb had a couple chances late to make spectacular, maybe not spectacular, but out of the extraordinary plays that would have helped Dallas get back in the game. And he had a couple key drops that he kind of sold on Dak Prescott.
Dak looks so good.
Yeah, he did look good.
Uncharacteristic, though, of CeeDee Lamb to be a guy that's dropping fast. I mean,
He
so
leads the
good after
NFL in
catch.
pass or drops in the last like 4 years. He's like 35 drops or something.
I mean, Quentin Johnson might be actually better than CeeDee Lamb now. So
That
Maybe.
Wow, what a take!
we're gonna put that on a.
I don't know
quote
if you
card.
saw Quentin Johnson, man, but he looked incredible.
I mean, last
Put it
year I
on a
thought he'd be
t-shirt.
delivered for FedEx this year. So hey,
Let's talk. Okay, let's move on to Friday. Let's talk about that game. The LA Chargers in Brazil get a win over the 9-time AFC West defending champ Kansas City Chiefs, 27-21. They make a statement. Justin Herbert, the what if Justin Herbert played football last night. This was the best that Justin Herbert could be. 25 for 34, 318 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And obviously, he's getting Quentin Johnston the ball in the red zone 2 times, which that may.
oh,
no,
Austin's gone. Austin's
That's
in a
not
fridge.
good.
It's gotta feel good too for Justin Herbert to finally get a win against the Chiefs, because I think last night he was 1-7 all time against the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs in their matchups, and also we just talked about Dallas Philly. Like, this is a great matchup to start the year for both of those teams. A good conference matchup, and then I think both quarterbacks played really well. That's another thing. Now we can talk about Worthy for the Chiefs, but and maybe the other bit of the receiving core for the Chiefs. But I think the story this year could be that Patrick Mahomes doesn't really have a lot of targets again. But Justin Herbert, especially late in the game, he did so many things to seal that game, and really just. It's almost like, don't give the Patrick Mahomes offense the ball and good things will happen, especially late in the game. But I thought it was a great game overall. I'm interested to hear everyone's takes on the Sao Paulo game anyway, and having a game in Brazil. From the aerial shots, I thought the stadium looked pretty cool. But I know I heard some talk. I'm not really sure. I heard some talk about the field before the game and everything. So what's everyone's take on a game being played in Sao Paulo?
I have none.
Lance, go.
Good. I don't know, man. It was out of left field for me. Why the hell are we playing in Brazil? Is this Fast and Furious 7? What are we doing? I don't know. I mean, I'm indifferent on it though, because I feel like these fields, I don't know, because they're built for soccer pitches and stuff, and I feel like there's sometimes more injuries when we are playing on different fields. But
Jordan Love got hurt first game of the season last year on the new field. What do you guys think about the last year? The home team had both end zones, and this year it was Chiefs and Chargers, even though the Chargers were the home team. What do y'all think about that?
I think that's fucking stupid.
I don't think that matters.
I got nothing.
Ethan
is pissed.
I'm rage
baiting on the field as much as possible.
He said he's pissed. Hey, that's all right.
Yeah, I think the NFL has been globalizing for probably 20 years now, and they just keep finding ways to put these games in foreign countries and take away home games from NFL franchises. I think what their end goal is, when they expanded the season to an odd number of games, now everyone can play a game with a home team on a neutral site in Mexico City, in Sao Paulo, London, Munich, Berlin, wherever they're playing these games.
I mean, it's the Jaguars' home stadium now, and what do they play every year
Jaguars
in
own
London?
Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
But I mean,
That's
they've been
funny.
doing that, and then at the same time, the NFL has been expanding their scheduling where, hey, we'll play a game on a Friday, and we'll play a game on Black Friday. We'll play a game on the opening week Friday. We're gonna play Saturdays in December when college football's done. Like they're trying to dominate the whole. Like they've played games on Wednesdays, on
It's a
like
monopoly.
Christmas. They know that they're gonna get viewers no matter when they schedule these games. So why not schedule them always? So, I mean that's kind of the Friday Sao Paulo thing. But yeah,
Didn't
let's
they
get
have
back
to like change a? Didn't they have to like change a law somewhere or something in one of the states that they played in that like NFL football couldn't be played on Fridays or something like that?
that's
Like I think I saw
something.
something like, yeah, I saw something about that last year. But like, yeah, the globalization of the NFL, I truly think it's awesome. Like I think the game is going to be, they're just making themselves more globally marketable. And the NFL, like as a sport, it's going from something that outside of the U.S. that people know about but don't understand to more they know about and they're starting to understand. And there's talks of like creating like a second market over in Europe, or like a second division. But I think these games overall, I think they just are literally just there to make the NFL more globally recognizable.
All right, over under 2040. We have a Super Bowl in London.
Give me
Hopefully
the
under.
over. Give me the
I wanna
over,
do
bro.
Do you think it ever happens? Because I've heard like there are rumors.
Under. Like,
Dude,
no, like over.
At that
Yeah.
point, we should just lose in the Olympics because why are we letting them?
Give
No.
me a
What the
point.
fuck is a kilometer? Why are we doing that? No.
All right. One more thing that I want to bring up is this end of the first half, Kansas City just executing to perfection this
Quick throw, Noah Gray, and that is still
this fire drill.
with the clock moving because momentum stopped before he got out of bounds. 7 seconds to go. It's fourth down. They can't. So Butker's coming out. Will they get it off? They do. Butker from 59. It's good.
I hate
That was
Noah
Most
Gray.
hated- Is that the most hated man in the NFL?
Nope, it's Noah Gray. I hate Noah Gray. How, dude? Noah Gray has been on the Kansas City Chiefs my entire life. I don't think I've ever watched a Chiefs game and Noah Gray not been on the field at least one play.
I
Really?
mean, he's just missed two catches for 19 yards and be good. Like,
Do you think
he never
Noah
knows too
Gray
much.
is a reincarnation of Tony Moeaki? Is there a world in which
At
they're the
that-
same person?
At that point, drop
The
the,
answer's
ball.
yes.
If you're going to go out of bounds backward or like going back, like just play defense on your own quarterback because like literally that almost cost them points. Like, and also I want to talk about how impressive it was that Butker made a 59-yard field goal without lining up and just running out there. Like there was 8 seconds when the ball went out of play or when they got the ball set or something like that. Like that was impressive. Like that would have been impressive if it was a 35-yard field goal, just the operation. But that was from 59. So I think that was probably my favorite play from the game, just because it had like the same chaos as like you'd see in a college football game that makes it so interesting. Like the NFL is so much more polished from an operation. There's less penalties. Overall, just like less stupid stuff, you could say. So I thought that was really interesting. Fun way to end the first half for sure.
Do you guys remember the game? I think it was last year, right? Where Baylor had a walk-off field goal where they were out of timeouts and they
I remember
had to
that.
sprint on the field with like 13 seconds. It was the same situation, but it was for the win. That's one of the that play is impossible to execute, and it's like
And you
these
can't
NFL
practice
teams
it.
Yeah, how do
Yeah,
you practice that?
The Chiefs are time in, time out the most prepared team in the NFL, and that's probably that's the reason why
Yeah.
they can lose all the weapons that they've lost over the past 5 years and continue to be the best team in the AFC, despite
That goes back to a super impressive part of that was that when the player went out of bounds, the entire special teams unit was on the sideline ready, and they knew exactly if that were to happen, they had to bust it on the field. And they did. You see, as soon as he went out of bounds, they were running. And then, yeah, don't look at me like that, Ethan. I know what you're – I know why you're doing that.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah, whatever.
We're 2 for 2.
Play.
We're 2 for 2 on busting. We keep going.
Continue. Sorry, Brendan.
But they were ready.
Mhm.
And then they also – yeah. Hey, he hit a homer yesterday, by the way.
Good for him, man.
No, but and also I forgot who on the Chiefs grabbed the ball and ran it right to the middle of the field and gave it to the umpire to set the ball so that they could save some time. If you don't do all of those things correctly, you're not that play doesn't happen. But I'm still just astounded that he made that from 59 with no run or no preparation, no lineup. But maybe in a sense that makes it easier because you're just not thinking.
Yeah,
you don't have time to get in your head. You're just I'm going to kick the ball. And it's if I miss that, well, nobody's going to be totally mad at me as a kicker, right? Because that was a terrible operation.
Yeah.
How did we have that? We can't go out of bounds going backwards with less than 20 seconds and no timeouts.
All right, let's go big picture here to wrap up this game. Chargers beat Kansas City on a neutral field. Are we still thinking that Kansas City is the team to beat in the AFC West? Or is that race wide open between LA and Denver and Kansas City?
Nah, it's still Kansas City's to lose.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's like it's almost like Brady and the Patriots. Even if they're not record wise the best team in the NFL or they're losing. I remember they lost the Chiefs week 1 and that was Kareem Hunt's rookie year. So what, 2018, right? And everybody was like, oh no. But then it's Tom Brady and the Patriots. I still think that they're the team to beat for sure.
All right, let's go backwards in time now. Let's talk about I think this week 2 of college football is kind of an under the radar, a lot of sneaky good games on the college football slate, but nothing's really jumping out at the page. So I think the best thing that we should do to recap college football is let's talk about last week. Give some recaps on the games, starting with Ohio State and Texas. And I know this is a long time. It's a full week ago now at this point. But yeah, you look back at that game. Arch Manning, 17-30. He looked iffy, but again, he was playing in a really strong defense in Ohio State. Julian Sayin was kind of perfected the game manager role in the way that Ohio State needed to get the win at home against the number 1 team. And Ohio State leaps up to become the number 1 team in the country after the results. Lance, what were your takeaways from the Ohio State-Texas game?
Listen, man. Listen. I get this train that Arch Manning has been. It's been humming along. Paul Feinbaum's been the fucking conductor. He's been going, Tebow, Newton, Manziel, this guy's him. Hop the fuck off it, dude. I don't care what.
Hey, what's that hand motion?
Let's go. Let's go.
See it again? Right here. Boom, boom,
Let's go.
boom.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's beyond ridiculous. Listen, the kid's a stud. Doesn't matter. You know how many 5-star prospects we had. If his last name wasn't Manning, we would not be saying this shit. He looked like a lost dog. Those 8, you go to your friend's house and their parents an 18-year-old dog and it sits there and fucking just starts spazzing because it's so. Yeah, that was him. Every time he drives back. Every time he drives back. Dude, I wish I could pull up the
rest of the podcast. Come on.
Pull up the statistic. I mean, how many inaccurate balls did that kid throw, dude? A lot. Those were so underthrown.
Bro, he's playing the Ohio State defense.
Well, guess what? He threw 2 picks against ULM, and he's sitting behind Quinn Ewers, and he's the Messiah last year. So, listen, if this kid is so great, why was he sitting behind Quinn Ewers, a 7th-round QB who also sucks? You know?
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. But no, I'll get off of that for a while. I think Julian Sand proved that he looks pretty good. I think he looked pretty good. He was composed. Ohio State looks good again, but dude, that first half, like, it was just offenses were just terrible. Like they just did not look great. The defenses looked all right, but I don't know.
I think you could say that overall about week 1 of college football, though. Like, I think there was a lot of games where good offenses just looked suspect.
I agree.
Yeah. Dude, no one was like a powerhouse in these like actual real games where we're talking about 2 ranked opponents. Other than
We'll get there,
Alabama
Austin. We'll get
looking
there.
like shit. But
We'll get there.
I feel like most of Eli.
No, you got it.
I mean, I just I don't know. Is there a game that stands out to y'all where like it was just offensive showdown the whole game, other than like maybe Utah? That's all that means. I
Utah
mean,
looks really good.
we'll get to that. But I think we should talk about UCLA and Utah and all that. Maybe here in
A little
bit,
guest
but-
contributor to the podcast.
Yeah, guest contributor. Dog's riveting. Sorry, guys. But no, my whole I don't know. I'm weird. I want to see how, because who else does Texas play that's worth a shit? Because I know they get a loony bin schedule because the boys.
I
But
can pull it up. I know they get Florida for sure.
Yeah.
Florida's good. Florida's good.
Damn, they do gotta. This is crazy.
yeah, go pull up Oklahoma's schedule and watch us face the gauntlet the last half of the year. But
So the next 3 weeks they take on San Jose, UTEP, Sam Houston.
yeah, come on, like let's be honest here. What is
they
that?
get Georgia.
Yeah, they do
They're-
get Georgia.
They get
and
Georgia,
Florida are their two toughest tests this year.
So I'm talking
ridiculous,
about my takeaway from that.
Do they get
Yo,
Do they get
go
a
ahead.
Tennessee or do they get Tennessee? Do they get South Carolina? Any LSU?
Certainly not LSU or South Carolina. I'm pulling up the full schedule. Ethan,
They
what-
have
what's
no
your
one
takeaway?
this year because I know when it came out that Oklahoma has the hardest schedule. I looked at Texas's and I just chuckled.
Florida's is pretty hard too.
Yeah, Florida has a
Florida
really hard
has
one
a
too.
gauntlet.
They have a really tough one.
Yeah.
Just peep the
I was
second half
not-
of Oklahoma's.
I was not aware with the appearance of Julian Sayin, and I thought like he looks like he would be a valet guy at like a 3-star hotel in downtown
Yeah.
Nashville.
I completely
Like-
agree. I understand what you're saying. I 100% agree.
100%.
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
Here comes Prince Charming. Here he comes.
Yeah.
I think that the difference in that game, whenever the tide turned towards Ohio State, both of those coaches did not trust those quarterbacks. There was no
Yeah.
trust in Arch Manning. There was no trust in Julian Sayin. As soon as
Yeah.
Ryan Day decided, like, hey, maybe I need to let my quarterback make a couple plays, and they're just like chucking this bomb to Carnell Tate in the left side of the end zone that he
What
makes
a
an
catch.
unreal grab.
That was a beautiful
What a
catch.
catch.
But your quarterback has to. Arch didn't even have the opportunity to make a throw like that. There was just no trust in the passing game. The only way that Arch was making plays was on the ground. And I feel like if you're going to win a game against a team like Ohio State, your quarterback cannot be on training wheels. And that's
No.
kind of
Yeah.
how it felt like Arch was all game. Was like they refused to
I
let Arch
thought-
go and let his talent win out.
I think the defensive line for Ohio State, like, they were good, but they were not the position group that was blowing me away. So I think part of the problem, like, hinges on Texas's run game. Like,
Mhm.
when they were dropping, like, Ohio State, when they were passing, they weren't getting a ton of pressure. So he had time. It was just like nobody was getting open through the secondary, or there was bad throws. But I think it was a little bit to the fact that Manning was in bad situations a lot of the game. Like, second and long, there was not really many easy downs for him. I don't think he ever really got it going. But again, it's like it's week 1. It's his 3rd start ever. And he's playing
Yeah.
Ohio State on the road. Like, that's a good defense. They're not playing Sam Houston State at home. Now, if he has a similar performance against a group of 5 school or whoever they're playing this week, then maybe it'd be panic time. But, like, I don't. With 12 college football teams, like, this is how it'll be fine. Now, I think it does prove that Ohio State is as good as we expected. Now, I don't know, like, I forgot exactly everyone's take on Ohio State that was here last week, but I think a good majority of us picked Ohio State to win the game.
I
So-
did
I
it.
went Texas. I did go Texas. I was wrong on that.
Fraud.
But
I know I picked Ohio State. Just saying.
this is the third straight year, and Kyle McCord was not good. Will Howard.
Oh come on.
Will
No, I'm just
Howard
playing.
was a
Just playing.
serviceable game manager that allowed his weapons to make plays. This is the third straight year Ohio State has a new quarterback that's not wowing anybody with physical tools.
Yeah.
But this regime of Ohio State is arguably better than when they had the Justin Fields and the CJ Strouds.
I think they're proving, though, if you just have somebody that is solid back there and elite weapons around the quarterback, then you can almost make that an irrelevant point. Like, just do the smart plays, and don't force things, and then you're going to win football games because you do have Jeremiah Smith on the other side of the ball,
I
or
think
around.
Jeremiah Smith's the best player in the country. Still, I think
I don't think that his stats showcased that wasn't his fault. Like, that dude was open. You rewatch the tape. That guy could have had 180 yards if Julian Satan gave him the ball. I'm gonna be honest.
He had
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to cut it loose down the field.
No,
he
he
had
wasn't.
two really bad drops early.
Yeah, he did.
but-
He did. He did have some bad
But
drops, but
Texas, and this happened last year in the playoff semifinal. Texas's entire defensive game plan was shifted around making sure that Jeremiah Smith doesn't beat them. And so when he's not getting targeted, he still had 6 catches for 40 yards, which is like a fine day for a college receiver. Especially whenever you're getting bracketed, you're getting help over the top. Like, there's no world in which Jeremiah Smith is getting open down the field against a Texas defense.
well, I mean, that was
that's
because what in the game last year. I mean, he didn't have any yards
One
because their
catch
whole
for 3
game
yards
plan was
last
against
year.
him,
I
right?
think he had 1 catch for 3 yards last year.
That's what I thought.
So, and props to Julian Sayin for being able to manage the game without the best weapon in America being really available at all.
Also,
But
side
winning 10
Side
over
note,
10.
before we end on that, why I don't see a world why Texas was the #1 ranked team in the world or the nation. I don't care what anyone says. I do not think going into week 1 Texas should have been #1. I don't know why or who thought that was a good idea. I just don't
It's
see
a-
why. I don't see that they're the best team in the country going into week 1.
It's the
Don't.
name value of Arch Manning
It's exactly all that
Around-
it is.
around a lot of returning players that were good last year.
But they
whereas
lost a lot of
Julian
people
Sayin-
too, like a
Yeah,
ton.
but Julian Sayin doesn't have the same name. The reigning champ should probably come in #1, especially when they're returning to
That's
town Ohio State does.
what I'd figure.
But the media just has more faith in a guy named Arch Manning than Julian Sayin,
Yeah.
for what it's worth. And the AP voters have proven time and time again to be useless individuals.
Well, yeah, that I just think that these people just have no idea what they're talking about. But I mean, hey, we'll see.
All right, let's move on to the afternoon slate on Saturday, where we had the biggest upset of the day. Florida State gets a home 2-touchdown win against Alabama. Tommy Castellanos kind of wins over America in the first half and just kind of puts this beating on Alabama. Kalen DeBoer potentially
Dude.
on the hot seat.
get him out of there.
Get him out, bro.
I could coach that team better than he could. Blitz, Bama, blitz. Come on.
You just saw a lot of things with that group that Nick Saban would have never allowed. Just a lot of undisciplined play. The quarterback looked fine, maybe you'd think. I think Ty Simpson was
Ass.
exactly what I expected. He was fine, but he obviously he's not going out and winning the game. I just want to go around the room, and I'll just ask the question. I'll start with Austin. Is FSU legit? Is Alabama fraudulent? Or are both things true? I just want everyone's answer.
You know, the ACC's on top. I'm taking FSU is absolutely a threat. Absolutely, 1,000%.
Brendan.
I think Florida State, they definitely made a jump, right? I think it's a little bit of both. But Florida State, I was really impressed by Castellanos, how composed he was. And the Florida State defense made plays. But there was a couple of plays, I don't remember the specific moments, where Alabama could have got off the field defensively and then they had a stupid penalty. So we talked about the undisciplined. Like, those are kind of plays that lose you a game. But you cannot lose by 2 touchdowns as a 2-touchdown favorite. That's what like, this is not the Alabama I remember, right? So,
Lance.
and yet that said, I'm here for it.
Yeah, Lance. FSU legit, Bama frauds, both.
Bama's over. Until DeBoer's out of there, he's over. I don't care what anyone says. They look like shit, like a steaming hot pile of dog shit. Just dog shit. I mean, you see those clips, right, where Saban is screaming at the team when they're up 60. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" DeBoer, at pregame, we have Ryan Williams doing front flips. I mean, did you see the clip of AJ McCarron just shit talking Ryan Williams in his performance?
No.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you could look it up and pull it up, go ahead. It's on some podcast. AJ McCarron was like, he looks terrible. He's not bigger. He's not faster. He's not stronger. He's running horrible routes. I mean, he's not like he's like that superstar last year, but he's not the same guy. I don't think with DeBoer they're going to get anywhere. He is just not the guy to lead that team anymore. I don't really care. I know it's been one season, but dude, it's Alabama.
6-4 versus unranked teams.
It's Alabama, bro. This guy was Southern Illinois' coordinator, man. What are we doing? Kalen DeBoer,
By the way,
SIU offensive coordinator.
that is an by the way, taking over for Nick Saban, impossible task. Like, you only had one way to go, which was worse. Like, you can't be better than Saban. Like,
okay, but you
being
can't
better
be this bad at Alabama.
But yeah, you can't. Yeah, but yeah, I
agree with you, though,
FSU
Brendan.
looks good though.
They're still the number ranked. Like, they were still the number 8 ranked team in the country. Now, they missed the playoffs last year, especially an expanded playoff. That can't happen. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you, but like, man, I almost feel for DeBoer because, like,
Yeah, I'm with you.
you can't build a program as good as Nick Saban. It's so difficult to do that. Like, you have the SEC, like Kirby Smart had already just kind of taken over where Alabama was. And by the way, we're talking about Castellanos. Like, I think most of what he did for Florida State was really just with his legs. He only threw the ball 14 times. Like, his performance was impressive, but it was really just the scheme and the calls around him. Like, it was just the playmaking. Like, there was good playmaking from Florida State. And Ty Simpson, like, I think he had like a 50% completion percentage. Like, that's not good.
Yeah.
That can't happen. So,
I mean, FSU's like whole team is a transfer portal, right? Because they got so many people out of the portal.
They got a lot better.
They had so many.
That's what they did.
well, you have to when you go 2-11 or 2-10 or whatever. Yeah.
100%.
Last year, they grabbed all their guys out of the portal because they lost everyone from the playoff team, and those guys just didn't work. So the portal is a double-edged sword because sometimes it's going to ruin your team, like you saw with 2023 Florida State or 2024 Florida State. But sometimes you got to go back to the well, and you got to just take another shot at it. Ethan, I'll wrap it up with you. FSU legit, Bama frauds, both.
Ass.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so just
Double
Bama's
ass.
a fraud.
Hey, so speaking
you guys
of
see
frauds,
the boosters. 1 second, Brendan. Do you guys see the boosters who said like the Bama guys were out at like 2:30 in the morning, like getting girls into their like hotels and stuff right before the game?
Yes.
That
I
is
did
not
see that.
Saban's Bama. That is not Saban's tie. I don't give a piss about nothing but the tie, baby.
Willie said he's done. He doesn't care about the tie anymore. He said, "You see that?" Willie said he doesn't give a piss about nothing anymore.
That's a headline in itself.
You have to
I
fight.
hate Alabama.
If Roll Tide Willie is no longer an Alabama fan, then you've lost everyone.
He said, "I don't give a piss about nothing anymore."
Brendan, what point were you going to make?
no, I was going to say, yeah, speaking of frauds, so your Heisman contender, Austin, like, what happened?
Oh,
Cade
come on.
Klubnik,
Great
man.
Hey,
Great
whoa.
segue, Brendan.
Yeah.
Whoa. First
LSU
off,
17.
whoa.
LSU 17.
Hey,
Clemson
Austin,
10.
how was your boy?
Guys. The LSU defense looked incredible. Like,
LSU looked unreal.
they looked about as good as Graham said they would look.
Finally. I was
Cade-
just chucking up air balls that whole podcast, but LSU finally got me.
No, Cade
If I don't know what
Klubnik
got
is still
me, Brian
fine.
Kelly has got me.
Yeah, Brian Kelly's gonna be the downfall of that team. No,
He already has been.
I think that Cade Klubnik's fine. I think it's kind of the same way. I don't know, because he proved it last year. He was so good last year. He's gonna be just fine. But I
Still
mean,
winning the Heisman.
he's still winning the Heisman. I would still put money on Cade Klubnik winning the Heisman.
Well,
So
Come on.
I don't want to toot my own horn again, but after last week, the new leader in the clubhouse is one Garrett Nussmeier, who's now he's at plus 800. He is the current Heisman favorite. I'm pulling up all the odds now, but Nussmeier's sneaking in at number 1. Where is this at, bro?
The new,
Uh,
do you have the updated odds too going into week 2?
That's what I was looking. I thought I just had it.
Okay. It's,
He
You
okay.
did.
Let's.
I thought.
because I was reading on it not too long ago.
Oh, I thought you
updating-
did.
So this isn't a full list like we had on that first episode.
yep.
But Nussmeier's up to plus 800, which is the new favorite. I think it's crazy how after week 1, we now have like the favorite is now further away from has longer odds than Arch did heading into week 1.
Yeah,
Gee, thanks,
it's
man.
crazy.
Plus 600?
We learned less in week 1 than we knew before the season started. Arch Manning moves to plus 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
And then here we have Carson Beck and
Hell
Lenore
yeah.
Sellers both sliding up into the top 5. So there's some interesting debates. Have Jeremiah Smith's fallen down the board as well. A lot of these guys that we thought we'll get into Jeremiah Love being a 0 against Miami,
Gone?
but Nussmeier is the first to stake his claim. I don't think he's going to stay the clubhouse leader all year, but he had the best outing in a big time game in week 1, and that's I think more telling than I don't think he's actually the Heisman guy, but as of right now, there's no one else that deserves to be the clubhouse leader.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, that
Well,
LSU team is really good.
LSU, the offense has been fine in the past. Obviously, Jane Daniels won a Heisman 2 years ago. Brian Kelly's had good LSU offenses. The difference,
How
we
much?
saw last
Yeah.
night, we'll see if it stays this way all season. But that defense is kind of back. This is the best an LSU defense has looked at least since the national championship team in 2019. And who knows if that's again overreacting to week 1, maybe. But they looked really good, and they've moved up to number 3 in the AP poll. They jumped up 6 spots. And a lot of people said they should be number 1.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't agree with that personally, but
No.
yeah, I think the good thing that with this LSU team is they're going to play an SEC schedule. We're going to get to see how legit they are. They play South Carolina and Florida, who are both top 15 teams.
And Oklahoma.
So we're gonna get to see them. Clemson, on the other hand,
They got a
the vaunted
cupcake.
ACC is they get South Carolina as well at the end of the year, but they also get a Florida State game, which if Florida State's legit, then we'll see that.
We'll
but they
see.
do not play Miami. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
they probably a good thing for Clemson.
Don't want to overreact to week 1. Let's talk about Miami. On Sunday night at Hard Rock, they beat Notre Dame 27-24. Carson Beck goes 20 of 31 for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Love only carries the ball 10 times. I felt like in the first half he had 3 or 4 carries. He was a complete 0 in the game plan, which is shocking considering you have a quarterback who hasn't made a start, and this guy is your Heisman favorite as a running back. Can we trust Miami? Are we coming out of this game with trust in Miami to be legit, or are we thinking maybe it's more of Notre Dame isn't as good as we thought they were coming off a national title? Let's go with Austin. Okay, Lance, go.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
so
throw it to Lance.
I spoke with my buddy who's a big Notre Dame fan, and he kind of pointed something out to me. He said the last 3 games that they've lost, the Natty, NIU, which that's funny. We'll skip over that, but here's NIU and to Miami. Their run game has been dog. They didn't feed their running backs, and when they don't feed their running backs, they lose, and that's just what it is. So I think that's just to simply put, when they don't give Jeremiah Love the ball more than 10 times, they're not gonna. They don't have a good enough offense to win a game. I mean,
That
I
puts
think it's just what it
a
is.
lot of pressure on your first year quarterback.
Yeah.
That he has to be the guy
He played well.
against the top 10
Hey,
defense.
he played well, but yeah,
Yeah, and he played fine. Austin, your thoughts as a Hurricane believer?
I mean, dude, Mario Cristobal is gonna force me to. It's so frustrating because it felt like Miami should have won, and they had all the momentum heading into the second half. I mean, they looked incredible in the first half, and then then it's like, CJ Carr looked awesome in the second half. He looked incredible. So I think Notre Dame's fine. I think Notre Dame themselves are fine. They did shy away from, running the football, but that Miami defense looks so much better than they did last year because it was Cam Ward and everyone else basically. But this defense looks really good. Carson Beck looks really good. I don't know if the talent can overcome Mario Cristobal, but I'm really hoping that it can. But it's like it shouldn't have been as close as it was because Miami just had
Austin,
all the momentum.
Walk me through the late game decision making by Mario Cristobal.
I mean, if I have to see fucking 12 consecutive, it's literally halfback dive, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't know about you, Brendan, but I fucking hate watching that.
Who's
And-
Matt?
That's
it's
what
like
Matt's in the chat talking about Bama.
He's a believer.
Run the ball up the middle.
I don't
I agree with you. It's
understand-
frustrating.
I don't understand why if you're in a situation where you have a chance to, take so much control over the game, you have a chance to go up multiple scores. You were up multiple scores and you could have kept piling it on and your offense just went stagnant because you're running on first down, running on second down, and then it's third and long and you're just relying on Carson Beck to find his playmakers and he's not going to do that. And so it's like, I don't know. It was frustrating. Malachi Toney looked awesome. So I was pretty stoked about that. And Carson Beck looked awesome. And I think that was a big question heading into the week was what you were going to see out of Carson Beck. And so,
you guys
Austin,
seen Carson
I think-
Beck's Snapchats or
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lance.
has anyone seen those?
he's
Oh, I
freaky,
have.
bro. He's freaky.
He's
That
a
boy's
freak in the sheets.
That boy Sid from Ice Age is a freaky boy.
He's a freak in the sheets.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh gosh. So my only
I thought about
takeaway
it.
from the game is I've been playing fantasy football my whole life. Nothing in football makes me more mad than when teams don't give their best player the ball.
Oh, does that make you mad?
Yeah, look at Graham's fantasy team.
What is he there for? Like, I don't understand. Feed him. But
10 carries
I'm a
is
Miami-
crazy.
I'm a Miami believer. It's all about the U.
That's what's up.
Early candidate for catch of the year.
Oh, that was
good.
an
Is it CJ Daniels?
yes.
Great. That was a great grab, dude. If someone can pull that up, I'm going to try and find it. I just refuse to buy into any Mario Cristobal team.
Oh my
After
gosh.
watching-
I don't blame you.
Yeah, like college coaches are so guilty of playing not to lose when they're leading instead of playing to win. Like, we're changing our game plan all of a sudden just to, like, I don't know, try to not give them the ball back, but, like, just keep running your offense and get your best players the ball. Like, yeah, I totally
Bring
agree
some
with you.
serious
Like,
flavor to
Come
the
on.
tailgate.
Not an ad,
Nice.
ESPN ad is crazy.
Come on.
I don't want to
Oh,
see
don't
Kirk
show CJ
Herbstreit
Daniels
and
catch.
Reese Davis.
bro. Come on.
You know what? Oh, all right. You got it. You got
Okay,
it.
here we go. No free ads.
36 yards, 12 for 19 total. Under pressure, off his back foot. Up
Hey,
for grabs.
Horrible ball, by the way.
Caught. CJ
See,
Daniels.
It never should have happened because what is the safety doing? Like,
Yeah, that was a terrible ball. If we're being honest, I
Hospital
could pick
ball.
up.
Yeah.
I'd have to
So-
disagree. I think that, I thought it was an awesome ball. And I think that Carson Beck is gonna win the Heisman. So I'm all for it.
Okay, he's changed his pick from
Yeah, so
Cade to
take off
Carson Beck.
take off your rose-colored glasses for the ACC and give us your real take.
No, dude, I love the ACC. I think they're so much fun. I just think it's not as deep as the SEC, and it sucks.
Certainly not.
But like FSU, Clemson, Miami, those teams are so much fun to watch, especially when Clemson is clicking. Like when Clemson is clicking, they're arguably the funnest team in football, and it's just
Okay, let's give
stinks.
parting thoughts. Notre Dame, will they make the playoff? Pretty weak schedule, but there's a lot of traps.
Yeah.
I feel like for Notre Dame.
I think they're fine.
If they lose one more game, they're not getting in.
No, I
Um,
have faith in Marcus Freeman.
I disagree with that, Ethan. But I think their name alone makes them a 2-loss contender to get in the playoff. Like,
All right, let me rephrase it. If they lose one more game to like an unranked team, then they're out. I think.
They've got.
If they
I'm trying to
lose-
think
right,
of
but
who-
Miami was highly ranked anyway. Like they
no.
lost top 10 on the road.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like
They've got-
if another loss on top of that to an unranked.
Watch
team.
out for NIU boys. Don't want to see them humming.
They play. I think they have road
Cupcake.
games against Arkansas and Pittsburgh, which are games
Arkansas.
that could be hugely detrimental if they lose.
Hey, I'll be at the Arkansas game next weekend.
Yeah, let us
Hey,
know
by the
what
way-
Arkansas is looking like.
Speaking of Arkansas, by the way, like I have a couple of like just did you guys see that they put up like a thing on their video board that was like congrats on getting divorced?
Yes.
They did like a scoreboard messages and it was like congrats on the divorce. Congrats on the divorce, Grant. Plenty more fish in the sea. Like I don't know, I work in scoreboard production. That wouldn't happen. Like that's one of those things that's like, okay, you gotta cut that out. But I guess more power to them.
That's funny as hell.
I'm pulling it up.
I think that's awesome.
Also, I wanna get everyone's take. Yeah, there it is.
Congrats on the divorce,
That's
Grant. Plenty more
crazy.
fish in the sea.
That's wicked. That is
Wow.
wicked.
I also want to get everyone's take. Did anyone see the trick play that New Mexico pulled off against Michigan? Hang on, I haven't.
I don't think so.
It
I
is
actually
dope.
I didn't watch
Cue it up.
any of that game.
All I watched
Fortunately.
was New Mexico
Unfortunately.
seemingly dismantle Michigan's defense at some point. But
We'll get into that here. I
Yeah.
want to if Brendan, are you pulling up the clip?
Yeah.
Okay. After he does that, I want to talk about UNC. I want to talk about Belichick, and then we'll get into this week's slate.
All right. Here it is.
Lane has been using his leg throat. Oh, they're going to snap it to McKinney. Throw it to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Thomas.
So just wait for the replay. They snap it
The
through the
Lobos
legs.
get loco in the big house.
Well, first of all, that was Lopes
Huh.
in running
look at this.
situations. He starts,
Snap
Oh,
it
no
through
shit.
the quarterback's legs.
they
Oh,
snap
that's dope.
back to McKinney.
yeah, that's
How's that?
ridiculous.
How's a team like New Mexico pulling that off? Like
They have to if they want.
That's like-
that's like
That's
the
new favorite trick play though for the tush push.
Oh man.
Because you sell it so long, like everyone's gonna dive forward.
Hold up.
That's
guys-
it's perfect.
There was on the other hand, I'm pulling up the Colorado State Washington trick play. I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
Gosh, college football is back. I love these matchups.
Let's talk about Bill Belichick on Monday night just getting thrashed by TCU in
It was
Chapel
pitiful.
Hill. They
I don't think
48-14
it's crazy to
final.
say.
Go ahead.
That first drive, though, was one of the greatest football drives I've ever seen.
Dude,
I mean,
with
it was
all the
perfect.
all the momentum leading up to that, like you see all the people in the stands, Mia Hamm, Michael Jordan, LT, Randy Moss, all these people are up in the booth. They're like, UNC runs out of the tunnel, and then they put together the perfect drive. And then the next 55 minutes was some of the worst football that's ever been played at the collegiate level.
Dude.
I mean, oh my
You talk
goodness,
about
they
how
were
Graham
awful.
just started that. started that list off with Mia Hamm. I mean, you could have put her like there.
Roy Williams. Roy Williams there.
That has to be the first time that someone has had a stat where they have not completed a pass in over 2 hours, right? Or an hour and a half or whatever.
Yeah,
I
I
that
was
had-
going to pull that up.
ever.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
That was, I think, I was sitting on my couch in my apartment, and I was like, that has got to be the most disrespectful graphic
Now,
of
when-
all time.
When was this photo taken?
It was like 10:21 Eastern, I think, is when it got put up. Or
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
he
it was
went
like
over 2 hours.
2 hours.
What?
Yeah.
How have I not seen that? That's
That
horrible.
I mean, that's
As
just
soon
sad.
as I
That's the
saw
thing.
that, I knew we were talking about it. I mean,
They brought in Brad Johnson's kid. At
That
the,
Max
at the
Johnson,
end
dude, he
of that
came
game,
in-
and he looked okay.
It was good. Because didn't he like snap his leg last year, if I'm not mistaken? I think he did.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was coming back from injury.
Yeah, he like
Sure.
broke
Alright.
his leg or something.
Look at this before. Okay, I want to watch this. Watch this trick play that Colorado State attempted to run.
This because Taj Bullock, he's not the normal holder.
There you go.
So this is a 4th down. This is at the 34-yard line of
What?
Washington. It's in motion. Bullock's got it. They're going for it on 4th down.
What did I just watch?
Oh no.
That is,
I just-
that's called
I-
getting a little too cute, a little bit too much razzmatazz.
That's the
I-
worst
I
play
I
I've ever
lost
seen.
brain cells. Brain cells were just lost.
Wow.
The kicker's going in motion and running around. Oh man. But Bill Belichick, do we think that like we're gonna?
They're
What a
ass.
segue, by the way.
They're
They're
ass.
so ass,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I had
They're
that
ass.
pulled up. I needed to show it then.
They're so
Um,
bad.
Do we think that? I mean, they got outgained by 200 yards on the ground.
I can
Herb
tell
Street
you
was
what
caught
the
on the
root
hot
of this.
mic.
Yeah.
saying that
Okay.
they're bad, which he is now saying that's not what he said.
Who said that?
knows? Herb Street on the
okay.
broadcast, like they came in a little.
Oh
early,
yeah, because Peter
and
put
he
on the
was like,
headset and
They're
shit.
bad. Which, so
I know he later clarified that and saying that it was like his spotter, whoever, like I forgot his name, but
someone
it was
made a
that
joke or something.
sits next to him and he was saying you're bad, like to him,
Yeah.
like as a joke. Also, like again, I work in production. When there is less than 10 seconds coming back from a break, your producer should be in your ear about that. Like I always was whenever I produce games. Shut up if you're calling the game. That is your cue to be quiet.
Yeah.
The chit-chatting that you were doing during the break, that doesn't happen anymore. It also
Yeah.
irks me when sideline reporters start moving the mic to the person that is like they're interviewing before they finish asking the question. Like you're a professional, like let's do some professional thing. Kirk Herbstreit, you've been doing this long enough. Why are we talking with less than 5 seconds coming back from a break? Also with streaming platforms now, they're not always on the same break timing as the legacy television. So like they might throw you to a break or come out of break 2 seconds earlier on the ESPN app than you would on network ESPN. So anyway, I just my thought take with that is like I don't think it's that big a deal with Herbstreit, but you're also a professional and you've been doing this for forever. So like, let's be smarter.
Yeah. With UNC though, I mean, the root of their problems is pretty obvious. As Freddie Kitchens is calling their offense. Freddie Kitchens is their offensive coordinator, and that's all you need to know that they're not going to win a game this year.
Freddie Kitchens coordinated a pretty good Browns offense for 1 year, and they said, "Let's make this guy the head coach," and that was an unmitigated disaster. and now,
He made my king.
now he's calling plays for Bill Belichick, who is currently in the midst of. And Brendan, we'll get into Oklahoma. We said last week, pretty much unanimously, that UNC was going to be the flaming car crash, can't take my eyes off you team of the year. And
Are they this year's Colorado? Like,
yes,
everyone's
they're-
No,
they're-
because
they're
Colorado
this
started
year's-
with a win.
They're this year's 2023 Colorado, though.
all right,
I would say
I like that.
they're not last year's Colorado because they have no chance of being good.
No, like literally zero chance. There's no way.
Right, but I'm saying Dion at Colorado started with a win over a team that was literally in the college football national championship.
Yes, TCU. Hello.
Like I get it. Like Colorado, like watching them implode to Eric Iomanner in Stanford in 2023, that was insane. Like that is core memories of football for me.
Yeah,
but they are not like they didn't get absolutely curb stomped to start the game or to start their coach's season.
First drive was
that
good.
Was more of a slow burn.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of first good drive, like you mentioned Oklahoma. I remember a memory of like right after Scott Frost got fired at Nebraska, and Nebraska put on like interim head coach. They put on like the best first drive imaginable. They scored and then got an interception, and then all the good things ended from there. And it was like 55-7 Oklahoma by the end of the game.
Blasted them, man. Ass blasted them.
Yeah. Lance, I think you're an Oklahoma fan.
I am. In Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
Now, but yeah.
I picked Oklahoma to be a flaming car crash of disaster.
Really? Can you tell me why?
Oh yeah.
Bro, they have a really hard schedule, and they have not been that good.
So,
like,
I think
we don't need Lincoln thing is hilarious to me.
I don't think we need Lincoln. I think he's a fraud. He had Baker Mayfield carry him. He had Kyler Murray. He had Jalen. I mean, this guy had all these people who just, stud athletes. And last year, bro, if you didn't watch Oklahoma, or if you didn't know, dude, our entire starting 5 wide receivers were out almost the entire year. 3 of our starting linemen axed. Our safety broke his leg week 3. Our whole team was axed, and that's probably like our medical staff because dude, I don't know what was going on, but going into the Alabama game, our wide receiver 1 was our wide receiver 8 on the depth chart starting the season. So, and we beat Alabama, by the way, because they're trash. But
wasn't close.
No, dude, I don't care, bro. You can watch Auburn. Jackson Arnold's fucking terrible. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. If you take away that guy's running back ability, he's going to give you 5 fucking passing yards, and that's all you're going to get. I mean, he, in his career, has never thrown over 227 yards. Mind you, we played Temple and Houston last year. I went to the Houston and Oklahoma game, and he threw for like 103 yards, and we won by 3. So, and plus, dude, our offensive coordinators this past 2 years have been terrible. I mean, we had Levy, and he's now coaching Mississippi State, which he's good. But, dude, Seth Littrell last year, absolute dumpster fire. He has no idea what he's doing. That's why.
But that all falls on the head coach at the same time, too.
Exactly. That's where I'm going to get into this. Brent Venables should not be calling any sort of offense because that dude is purely a defensive-minded guy, which he's proven at Clemson, where he's won multiple natties, and in Oklahoma, where he won our natty. That's why I think it's going to be different with him just running our defense this year. I think it's going to be totally different. And Ben Arbuckle is a stud. I mean, he coached up Cameron Ward before he went to Miami, and his offensive scheme is great. And I think John Mateer is going to shock the world. But, hey, who knows? I don't think we'll be our schedule is ridiculous, though. I mean, in any world, I don't see it where we don't lose like 4 games. I'm not going to lie. But, on the contrary, every team that I'm watching looks beatable this year. And not every team looks like insane to me. So I don't think we're going to be a dumpster fire, but we'll see later tonight. If we go in and Michigan comes into Norman and they kick our ass, then I'll just bite my tongue. But,
yeah, like I think dumpster fire is relative too. Like a dumpster fire for UNC right now with Bill Belichick is going to get a huge spotlight because of Bill Belichick. But I think the dumpster fire for Oklahoma is like having 4 losses, right? Like when that's just it's not to the same degree as Alabama, but it's like there is a standard at Oklahoma too with football. It's like you can't
100%.
You can't have a 5-loss football team. So
no, dude, that's where it comes down. If Brent Venables does not get his head out of his ass this year, he's going to be gone. He's going to be fired. Like that's just what it is. And he knows that. That's why he took a pay cut, and he literally knows if I don't go out there and I win games, I'm not having a head coach job anymore. And we also got a new GM this past season. Used to run the Senior Bowl, NFL exec. He knows what he's doing. I think it's going to be a little bit different. Plus, this game against Illinois State, which obviously it's an FCS team, so it gives a shit. But we did not show them anything. I just think John Mateer is a stud. I think people don't realize how good he is. Granted, last year he played against like Wyoming, and teams like that. But I'm always going to take the guy with 4,400 yards, 44 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions over Arch Manning, who shits down his leg when he sees Ohio State's linebacker filling day gap.
Hey, can we pivot to this week's?
Yeah, that's what tonight is a perfect opportunity for John Mateer to announce.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where I bite my tongue. If I watch this game tonight at 6:30 and John Mateer gets absolutely ass blasted in Michigan, butt fucks us in Norman, I'm just going to be quiet. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. So
I think, like we were talking about Nussmeier here a couple 20 minutes ago, and how he stepped his he has the best Heisman candidacy right now.
Yeah.
A John Mateer game tonight where
This
he
is
is the best player on the field against Michigan on ABC is he is the type of guy that can put up the numbers to be a Heisman. I think way more so than Garrett.
110%, dude. Dude, it's not even just his play, but his demeanor, the way he does everything. The guy's a stud from top to bottom. He's like, he reminds me like Josh Allen, not a high-rated prospect out of high school. Bottom tier 3-star going to Washington State. Dude's going to Oklahoma. He's a stud. I mean, hey, but Bryce Underwood, we'll see that tonight too. I think that's a whole different story.
It's the perfect I can't think of what the word is, but it's an encapsulation of what the two sides of being a quarterback in college football. John Mateer has waited his turn at Washington State, who was not a national player.
No.
He gets his opportunity. He is a stud last year, and now he gets to play for Oklahoma, where all the eyes are going to be on him. Whereas Bryce Underwood, he was in high school 3 months ago, and now he's stepping onto the Michigan campus.
And people
he has the same expectations as a guy like John Mateer.
Yeah.
Despite not having any of the track record at the collegiate level. So.
Yeah. And people are failing to realize that the offensive coordinator and QB coach from Washington State is at Oklahoma with John Mateer. He has his whole group.
That's so important.
It's not so. But we'll see.
Whenever I typed up the prep sheet earlier this week, I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, Oklahoma was a 2.5-point favorite. I just checked now. That line has moved to 5.5. So they're a 5.5-point favorite, a home game in Norman. What are
Michigan money line?
Okay. I think Oklahoma wins, but maybe I'm scared to take 5.5.
I don't know if they cover.
Yeah, 5.5's a lot.
I don't think we're gonna blow them out, but I think we win by a very small margin, and that is, we'll see.
We saw all these week 1 games that were pretty sloppy, and no one looked super polished yet. And these two teams last week played New Mexico and Illinois State. So obviously it's great to get game reps, but I could see this these teams are not in final form.
And mind you, how does Michigan allow 200+ passing yards with New Mexico?
I'm nervous about.
Don't sleep on the Lobos.
It's fair.
Austin, let's get your thoughts on that one tonight.
What, Oklahoma, Michigan?
Yeah,
I actually have no
what we're
say
talking about.
in this matchup. I have nothing. I could care less about
Very
this
well.
matchup. I hate Michigan. I'm always gonna root for the downfall of Michigan. I think that they're slimy.
They are.
And you know what? It just so happens that my favorite football team, my favorite NFL team, gets to play my least favorite NFL player. And twice a year, and it's so awesome. I don't like Michigan. Give me Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Brendan?
Pat McAfee. Give me Oklahoma.
Here's the thing. We talked about this on a past episode. Bryce Underwood is a freshman. Literally at this time last year, he was playing high school football. So, you can have the best freshman quarterback. Nebraska had that last year. Dylan Raiola was the best freshman quarterback available. And there's still a limit on how good they can be as a true freshman. So this is his first road game. He hasn't played anyone really that good. They played New Mexico last week. So it's okay, if he had a team or Ohio State, a game rep against them at home before he goes out on the road and faces off against Oklahoma, maybe I'd believe it more, but I know the playmaking around him is good, but I think Oklahoma will probably win this game just because this is a big learning moment for Bryce Underwood in Michigan. So I think Oklahoma's going to win this. I mean, with the way the line is moved too, like I think maybe the consensus now is that like Michigan might be a little outmatched in this game. I could be totally wrong, but I think Oklahoma's going to win this. And I think still they're my pick for flaming car crash. Relative flaming car crash. I think the good times end relatively shortly after that.
I just don't know how we can say the car crash will be the hardest schedule in the NCAA. Like, I feel like it's like not even a car crash at that point.
That's why I said it's a relative car crash.
They have to be.
Okay.
I think for them to be a bigger flame.
It's a fender bender.
Carolina, they've got to be like 4-8. Like
Yeah.
I mean, read our schedule after Texas and tell me who plays anything like that other than Florida.
You want me to read a schedule?
Pull it up. Pull it up.
You want me to read a schedule?
Yeah, pull up Oklahoma's schedule.
I'll give my
I wish
2
it
cents on the
takes-
game tonight while he does it.
Go.
Michigan, the last 3 years, whatever. I mean, it's been Michigan. They somehow find a way to win the big game. I mean, even though JJ McCarthy the past however many years he's been there, he was never the best quarterback. So that's why
Never. Actually, not even close. Continue.
I don't know. I like Bryce Underwood. I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't know if I pick a winner. My gut tells me to take Michigan, but
Top
I'm
out.
Michigan.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't pick Michigan.
2, 3.
But look at that, dude.
Slimy-ass
Texas,
cheaters.
South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, LSU. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's
7 ranked
insane.
games, and then Auburn and Missouri are both good teams. Like they could very well be ranked at this point in the year.
Exactly. So, like,
No, they
it
probably
is
will.
insane.
No, that's crazy. I didn't even realize that.
That's why I can't even say car crash because my expectations when I saw my schedule, I said, "Oh, we're fucked." But
I think that's why. Like I was for so long, I was anti playoff expansion, and I understand. Like I want it to be 4 teams at most. But when you look at a team that has an Oklahoma type schedule,
Dude,
and a
it's
team that is going
ridiculous.
to play a Big 12 schedule this year, and you're going to ask me who should make the playoff, like it's not fair to Oklahoma whenever they have this, like in a 4-team schedule, that team's never making the playoff. If they
no,
go
and then you
9
have
and
Texas
3
has a baby schedule, man.
If they go 9-3 with that schedule, that's probably a playoff team. So I understand it. Since they got rid of divisions and instituted these mega conferences, I can understand how the 12-team playoff has become important. Okay, I don't want to go too deep into any of these games this week outside of that, but I want everyone to pick one game that they're looking forward to, and talk about that. So Brendan, I'll start with you.
Iowa State.
Yeah,
I think that's the most exciting game on the schedule this week. Also, a little bit excited for Kansas, Missouri. That's always a great game. 2 big rivalries, and 2 where the teams hate each other. I am so out on Iowa, but like that's easy for me. You can just disregard. I like literally have a degree from Nebraska, so like, who cares? But like, Iowa State proved last week they're good. They played South Dakota, which not a powerhouse, put up 55. They're at home. They got the big win in Ireland. I think Iowa State is going to cover, and I think they win this game. And I'm really excited for Kansas, Missouri, though. I think that's actually like going to be a better football game to watch.
That's the first time they've played in 15 years, Kansas and Missouri. Since Missouri left the Big 12, this is the first time they've played, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Wow,
I live
I
in
didn't know
Nebraska, so give me Iowa State. I don't like Iowa.
I would say I think Iowa State played Kansas State in Ireland. Kansas State in that game looked a lot like an Iowa football team.
Oh, Kansas State sucks. I don't.
Crap.
I'm out on them.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I'm out on Kansas State.
I think that
Avery
Iowa
Johnson's
State's prepared
bad.
for an Iowa type team, but the issue is, where's I going to go with that? Iowa State hasn't won at home in the Cyhawk game since 2011. I saw that stat as well, which is kind of crazy. but that really, like, I think that's more noise than anything. Like, I think it's not
Dude,
truly important data.
for me, I think Iowa State has leaped way past where Iowa's ceiling is now. I feel like Iowa State's just such a better program. You can't even.
By the way, if you pay any attention to the Iowa program, their fans, like, they're almost getting fed up with this mediocrity that they're at. Like, they're ready to have a new head coach. Like, they're so ready for, like, this period of Iowa football to be over. So, and like the insane amount of punts and we're only going to have 150 yards of offense and score a defensive touchdown and win football games. Like, just painful to watch sometimes, which is why I said Kansas, Missouri will be a better football game. But this is going to be exciting. And Iowa State, like, I already saw, like, Matt Campbell, he's built kind of a bus there at Iowa State. I even saw that there was odds of him, like, he has like the third highest odds or something to be the next Alabama coach, which we didn't even talk about today. How there's already betting odds on who the next Alabama coach will be when somebody has that job right now.
That's funny. Honestly,
I'm excited to see Mark Gronowski against a Power 4 defense, though.
Because what was his stats this last game? I didn't watch the Iowa game because, quite frankly, I didn't give a shit. But he didn't do anything.
No, Albany and they didn't throw the ball, and that's typical Iowa. I'm just excited. Like, I was told that this quarterback was going to be something different than the quarterbacks they've had, and from what I saw last week, it is not. So
I mean, at South Dakota State, he's been good, but I mean,
I'm excited to see if they.
But I think that's like the perfect kind of quarterback for Iowa.
Yeah. I think
game manager can use his legs. Yeah. I'm also excited for Arizona State, Mississippi State. Did anyone see the back and forth on Twitter this week of Kenny Dillingham saying that they had to stay like an hour away because there wasn't a hotel near Starkville that wasn't a casino? And then Mississippi State fans were like, there's plenty of hotels, and they're like Quality Inn by like whatever, and then there's their like Sure Stay and like all these terrible hotels that nobody's ever heard of.
I think there's a lot of sneaky under the radar college football this week, and that game, Kansas, Missouri, like all these games are like, I don't know anything about these teams at this point in the season, but I'm excited to get to know these teams today, especially when you have the Cyhawk and the Border War. Those are two games. Those teams hate each other, and that's just something that you don't get a ton early in the year in college football, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I like this week.
And then, of course, I'm wearing the jersey. Illinois is going to Duke. That game's going to kick off here in about 40 minutes. Kind of an under-the-radar game. I don't want to say I'm worried because Duke played 3.5 quarters of close football with Elon last week. Elon is no powerhouse. But
is it still -3?
Let's check the line on that. Illinois is 2.5.
2.5.
I'm
about a. No, I can't.
I don't know. Yeah. Illinois in the past 5 years has. This is a spot where I am always should be worried. This is the game that Illinois loses. But maybe it's different this year. I think maybe.
Oh man.
Team.
Hey.
So I'm not worried about Duke, but I'm worried about the spot. Like
Dead with pain in his heart.
Yeah. This is it's not a
Maybe
trap
it's
game.
different this year.
You can't call it a trap game, but it's a game that we would normally lose that we absolutely should win. So that's what gives me a little bit of fear. But I think we're going to be okay. Does anyone else see it going differently?
Yeah.
I want to start an argument for fun's sake.
Well, I think Duke has had a super underrated program for the past few years, even last year. Yes, but even last year, like
Illinois and Duke, baby,
they're a touchdown away from they're a touchdown away from being like arguably a top 20 team if they bring down Miami, but that obviously that didn't happen, and things happen. But I don't like the line at all being at 2.5, especially for Duke.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm taking if I was a betting man myself, I would take Illinois spread
Give me Altmaier.
because oh my gosh,
Altmaier.
I'm not hearing this bullshit.
yes, Luke Altmaier. Luke Altmaier is the guy, and
All
you're
right,
just gonna have to
move
you're just
on.
gonna have to believe that.
What about that?
my
Noah
game of the
man?
week.
Yeah, let's
Free
see what-
coin. SIU plus 19.5 on the road at Purdue.
Dude,
Come on.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Come on.
SIU is going
Yes,
to
sir.
Purdue today at 6:30,
You're kidding.
I believe.
Dude, I didn't even know that.
Purdue sneaky wagon against Ball State last week. This is not last year's Purdue. This is Barry Odom's Purdue team, which is miles better than the Ryan Walters Purdue team. So I'm a little worried, but Southern might be better than Ball State on a neutral field. So I'm not.
That's the
SIU
conversation
has
we're
a good
having.
team this year. SIU has a good
hey,
team
I
this
mean,
year.
Southern did look good week 1, and I have no
Okay,
idea
they
who they
played-
played. I didn't know they just won by like 5
They played
touchdowns.
D2. They played a
They
D2.
Yeah,
Thomas
you know
More, who
that
I-
doesn't matter. Don't, ignore that part.
Okay, quick stories.
Go Dogs, baby.
Basketball and baseball. Let's blow through these stories. Starting with the NBA. I know it's the off season, but there was a story that dropped this week that's absurd. Kawhi Leonard has reportedly signed a $28 million endorsement contract with a fake tree planting company in Los Angeles. And the company was funded by the owner, Steve Ballmer, allegedly to circumvent salary cap rules. This is broke by
Dirty.
Don't hate it.
Tory.
I don't hate Cinema. Absolute
Do we
cinema.
think? Okay, so do we think this is a legit Obviously, I have to believe that it's all true. Do we think that every team is doing this with guys that take pay cuts?
100%.
Yes.
Or is
What?
this an
Yes.
isolated situation?
No.
100%.
Yes.
What should people be looking into on the Jalen Brunson contract? Because he took a huge pay cut. He has to be next, right? What type of fake businesses is Jalen Brunson getting?
Some
no-show
money laundering,
contract?
like mattress firm shit's going on around here. I don't know what.
I
it
was
is.
just about to say mattress firm, bro. That's wicked.
This is so funny to me because everybody
I can-
does this.
I can
Every
see,
fucking
a-
team.
I can take a little.
They
Tyler
have to.
Durden action, sell some soap, a little soap.
Right.
Soap bars and shit.
It's just
Hey,
But
maybe
the
the
Clippers
Hornets
could
aren't
get in
doing
trouble.
it, guys.
no.
That's okay. So
Hey.
Minnesota. This was 20, 25 years ago now. But they signed Joe Smith to a cheap deal, and he got this. The same thing happened 25 years ago. And Minnesota lost all their first, they lost 3 or 4 years worth of first round picks, I believe. The thing with the Clippers is they've already traded all those picks away for the next 10 years. So, how are they going to get punished? If at all.
They knew
Adam
what they were
Silver-
doing.
Adam Silver is not David Stern. He has been super light on these punishments.
He's been super ass at his job.
I cannot
Chopped as hell.
The peak of the
No
NBA
shit.
The peak of the NBA maybe ever was the third or fourth year of the Adam Silver reign. 2016 NBA was the best the NBA has ever been, and since then it's been on a slight downward
Slight?
spiral, and then after the bubble it just fell off.
It was. It's been horrible.
Dude, it's
The
so
2020s
hard to
decade has been
watch.
rough for the NBA. Adam Silver, the worst commissioner in sports, yes or no?
Yep.
Rob
No,
Manfred, he
Manfred,
fucking sucks.
Manfred. Yeah, Manfred.
Rob Manfred is no doubt in my mind probably the worst. Oh my gosh, dude, we could go on all day about.
Can we
Yeah, he's a
believe
piece of shit.
That we're
I
having
would-
this debate and Goodell is not the first name. That's Goodell's the first.
Holy
name.
shit, Goodell's even. Oh my god, Goodell's horrible. I think every commissioner in sports is just they're money
can we
fiends and they're just horrible.
The argument could be made that Gary in the NHL is
Yeah,
terrible.
Gary's pretty bad too, but I think he's the
Gary's
less of all evil.
single-handedly making hockey unwatchable now.
I think
We'll watch
all the
Roger
countries
Goodell do it.
suck equally, to be honest. They're all pretty
Okay.
shit.
Yeah,
Let's-
Yeah, well, Because their job is not – we need – like commissioners need to, instead of being basically buddies with the owners and their job to make the owners more money, keep them happy because the owners are the people that have any say in who the commissioner is. The commissioner should be for the fans. Like in all these leagues, like they should be doing for what is best for the sport and for the fans, not for the billionaire owners. Like owning a sports team should be a risk. Every team, whenever they go sell, is going to sell for more than what it's worth now. So I literally could give a shit whenever an owner is like, oh, we don't have money for this. Oh, I can't pay for that. Oh, we're a small – shut up. The Kansas City Royals could sign a superstar if they wanted, because whenever they go sell that whoever's owning that team goes to sell it is going to sell for like 4 times as much money as they paid for it. Why are the Tampa Bay Rays? Why did they sell for more than like 80% of the Premier League? They are not the same. So I'm going off on like a rant here, but I think every owner,
Junior Caminero,
Clip that.
yeah,
He's worth $4 billion.
So
Okay,
but the thing is, like, I like that Pablo Torre. Like, when ESPN does actual journalism, it does make things like it's incredible.
Is Pablo Torre still with ESPN? Because he was 5 years ago.
I think he like broke this on the like Pablo Torre Finds Out podcast. He might not be with ESPN anymore.
Podcast licensing deal with The Athletic in August. So like a month ago. So that's interesting. Well, but good for
Interesting.
Pablo Torre.
Didn't know that. But like,
Yeah.
I think to a degree everyone is probably doing this, but
Yeah.
I don't really think there's probably going to be like one of those, there's no proof of this being directly correlated, so there'll be no punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move to baseball. Let's just do one story because it's already 10:30. Let's watch this clip of Framber Valdez, who's starting
Yes.
for me in my
This
fantasy
is
baseball
dirty,
playoffs
bro.
against Ethan, and we're just gonna watch this clip. This talk about having a bad fantasy week in multiple sports.
Yeah, Greg, you sold.
Okay, step off. No, he doesn't. See you ball.
Is that one to left? Altuve going back, watching this one. That's a slam the other way
Shout out the year Trent Grisham
against the Giants.
Just even more rare that
Look at
both home
this-
runs
look at the
today have come off
reaction,
the left-handed hitter's bats.
Yeah.
Only coming into this game, giving up one
he
home run.
knew it.
100% he knew what he was doing.
There's
Yeah.
no way that's not intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
no.
100% intentional. I know. Didn't he make a comment saying it wasn't? But obviously,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly
You
right.
then-
have to say it's not
Yeah,
intentional.
yeah, yeah.
But come on.
That is just.
There was also a report after the game, and they were talking about like the turmoil in the Astros locker room, and it's like, I still fucking hate the Astros. So
let's just go bang on some trash.
Couldn't happen
Yeah.
to a better team.
yeah, no, like actually, like this is a karma's a bitch moment for the Astros, and Framber, he's a free agent heading into the offseason. So like,
He
Your
owns
Take
team-
a step back this year. He has not been as good as he's been the past couple of years.
and he's a piece of shit. So I mean, on top of that, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like the throwing it right down the middle is the problem when the grand slam. Like your catcher's telling you to step off, and then you throw it right down the middle. Like throw the ball. Like at least if you're gonna like just throw the pitch. Like at least hit the corner or just throw a ball. Like who cares?
Was that-
baited at the
Hit
backstop?
him right in the middle of the chest protector.
was that Volpe on the clip? Was he up to bat for the
I
Yankees?
think-
There's no way he was,
I thought
there's no
Grisham
way
hit
he
the
was on
dinger.
base.
Grisham hit the
No,
home
Grisham
run.
hit
Yeah,
the
Grisham
Yeah.
hit the dinger.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
it was Volpe. It was Volpe because someone's like, this could have.
Volpe saw 93 right down the middle, bro. And
If
just
Volpe swings the bat one time, like why is he not swinging that pitch? That's a middle 90 fastball.
that's a
Yeah,
story
it's
in itself.
It was
Volpe's
also a
horrible.
Crawford boxes special, but
Yeah.
That's
Right.
really perfect.
All right.
Fuck the
I-
Astros.
He does not have that in his repertoire.
Hey, he's ass. He's ass.
I had a really fun idea for doing our NFL preview, but I think we are not going to have enough time to do it. But we're going to rank all the quarterbacks based on.
Why don't we just
how
go top
happy-
10?
Yeah,
how
we can do
happy-
10.
I'll pull up my top 10, and we can just give thoughts on the list. 'Cause
Let
I've already
me-
done it once.
I had to pull up
number
NFL
10.
quarterbacks.
At number 10, I have Pat Mahomes.
Wait, is this the daughters one, or is it which one is this?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
Oh.
ranking every quarterback by how happy I would be if they were to possibly date my daughter in the future.
I've had some
In a
insight on this,
hypothetical
so I'll let you guys take over. I've already.
Well, not to the podcast listeners, but Pat Mahomes at 10, Drake May 9, Brock Purdy 8, Matt Stafford 7, Cam Ward 6, Jalen Hurts 5, Tua 4, Burrow 3, Josh Allen 2, Justin Herbert 1. Discuss.
So
Joe Burrow is literally playing with your daughter like it's his job.
dude,
Yeah, that's no
Josh
shit.
Allen, bro, pull up the tweets, man. This guy was saying he liked younger kids' Peters, man. I don't know
Hey,
what
that
we're
was
doing.
a long time ago. I
I
think
don't
for
care.
those two being 2 and 3, strictly based on like those guys are guys that I want to hang
Dude,
out with.
I just, but like, your daughter could have a cool boyfriend, but he is a fucking piece of shit.
Well,
The
I mean,
sleeper
maybe,
pick
but,
was
like,
Cam Ward at 6.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I
think
was
it's
gonna.
great.
That is
Cinema.
stellar.
Cam
Stellar.
Ward is an
ranking.
unreal
Great guy.
individual.
I
Yeah,
think Brock
he's
Purdy
awesome.
should be top 3, honestly.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know, like this is all just totally on like how you like perceive a player.
It's all on vibe.
Pure speculation.
Yeah, it's just vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing: you had 2 at 3, and I would agree. But I will say, I would be at 2. I would be worried about the generational amounts of CTE that could be coming.
So do we know if CTE is genetic?
Well, no, I'm more just saying
That's
for.
fucking
Ethan Wild. Wild.
I'm just saying more for his girlfriend / wife, right? Like
That's yeah. I'm
Like,
Tua.
they could-
I love Tua. Tua is one of my
Did
guys.
you-
to
Alright, so-
to none of their fault. Like you just become a different person if you have CTE. So like
That's fair. That's fair. I didn't.
In our
I
other
didn't even
chat,
think about
I asked you why Bo Nix was so low, and you said because he smiles weird, right?
the picture of Bo Nix on the rankings, he looked scary. He
Get
was
some
like
clarification on
red.
that.
He's got these wiry eyes. He looks like
looks
he's always,
strung
like,
out on
tweaking.
coke or
He does
something?
look
Kinda
strung
scares
out.
me.
So you're 2 and 3. I mean, they already have girlfriends. Which one of their girlfriends is better? Haley Steinfeld
now
or
number
Madison
1.
Beer? Yeah, that's what I meant.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Shout
1 and
out
2.
Justin Herbert. Actually, shout out
Yeah.
Madison Beer for landing Justin
Yeah.
Herbert.
Yeah, that's no
Yeah.
shit.
At
Dude,
chess
isn't
club.
Herbert like?
At chess
Doesn't he have
club.
like his master's degree in like something ridiculous? Isn't he like so intelligent?
He got his degree in biology with a 4.0 from Oregon.
Okay, that's what I thought.
While, like leading a top 10 team for 3 years. Like he's an unreal mind.
That's a
brain,
catch.
Body. Like he's a physical talent, unreal quarterback, and like a funny dude.
You
So,
know,
hey,
he's
I think
number 1 far and away.
yeah, I think honorable mentions for me would probably be Bryce Young.
Bryce Young's
Like-
at 1, bro.
I've got Bryce at 14.
Yeah.
If my daughter brings
Wow,
home
you have Bryce
Young,
at
I'm so
14?
happy. That's
he's just
crazy.
outside.
That's crazy. He's like, dude.
Bryce
He's
Young
like the
and
nicest
Caleb
guy
Williams
ever.
for me.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb is at 28.
No.
Caleb's way down my list.
No.
No thank
What are
you.
you?
but like-
Okay, guys.
Caleb
Daughter's
is a
boyfriend comes in
is
with
a
his fingernails
manipulator.
painted? No.
Okay,
He's a manipulator.
Caleb Williams. Okay, guys, come on.
And then he cheats.
If
And
my daughter-
when times get tough, he goes to USC with his little stepdaddy named Lincoln Ryland. Fuck that guy.
If my daughter brings home Jared Goff, like
Oh,
you can't not like Jared Goff.
I'm pissed because he
He-
can't show up in a fucking playoff game.
Jared Goff, he has too much like frat guy, like Brad energy. That's
That's what he said about Baker Mayfield. I said, come on,
Baker's
dude.
the same way. And
But
Like,
Joe
he's
Burrow
back
is
there.
in your top 10. Like, I mean, Joe Burrow is the frat guy.
no,
No,
Like-
not
Baker,
as much as Jared Goff.
Baker's the
yeah,
top.
Jared Goff and Baker
Baker's
are
the
1
high.
and 2. Number
Joe
32,
Burrow-
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, please never talk to my daughter.
No.
He's going to start tripping out of LSD and headbutter.
No.
He's gonna
Please
get
never
that
talk
horse-
to me. Just
Yeah.
not even my like. Not even just your daughter. Just don't talk to me.
Out of my
Like,
life, Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
Didn't he like Irish goodbye Danica Patrick while just playing at like a high level?
I don't
That's
remember.
crazy.
what-
Just got
He's
ESPN news that an Oklahoma student nailed a field goal. Let's go.
Oh,
Game
that's
day.
2 weeks in a row, right?
Huge.
2 weeks in a
Huge.
row. 2 weeks.
We've
in a row.
got. I think guys are sandbagging and saying I've never kicked before, and then they. Show
That's
up
what he
and
did
they're like,
last week.
They were high
That's
school
what he did
kickers.
last week.
Then Peter took a shit on the ground. That was
Happens.
peak.
It happens.
So
Everyone.
What about
everyone
Geno
does it once in a
Smith?
while.
Hey, now, don't.
Geno was in my
Kirk Herbstreit is the first person to ever own a dog.
breaking news.
Breaking
I'm-
news.
Peter is-
I'm,
Yeah.
I gotta pull up the picture of Peter Herbstreit.
Peter's
with
the
the
first
headset.
dog.
Lance, your dog, you probably were inspired by Kirk.
Yeah.
Your dog.
I believe my dog came before Peter, but I don't really care for Kirk.
If
unless-
it was like last week, no, it was at North Carolina. Peter, like, he posted a video like Peter jumped in the fountain at North Carolina. Like, if anyone else's dog did that, they'd be like kicked
Get
off of
airbud,
campus. You would get like
Hell yeah.
This
Hell
is funny.
yeah.
Sick.
This is
I'm all
funny,
for
right?
that.
I mean,
I still,
Can I-
that's it. I love
Can I,
dogs. So
can I
like,
make a comment real fast?
Go for it.
So
you can. That's what you're here for.
Yeah, no shit.
super funny, right? I'm sitting on the couch. I didn't really give a shit about the UNC TCU game. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather watch like water polo or Angel Reese get 20 rebounds of her own shots.
We're gonna talk about Angel Reese.
Yeah, we don't. No, unimportant. But I see you say UNC is back. Okay, I click out. I go back. I check ESPN. It's 41-7 TCU, and I laugh. I go to Twitter. The first thing I see is people saying that Bill Belichick was 41 when his girlfriend was 7. And that was the
And that
correlation
isn't true.
between
That's
the score.
not true because the age gap's actually far bigger than that.
And I just found it quite hilarious, the memes of his girlfriend apparently asking him for $20 for concession
Oh,
stands.
I just saw
yeah, I
that,
saw
yes.
that.
I just feel like we skipped over that part, and that was hilarious.
All right, that's gonna do it for episode 3 of the 5 Out podcast. I think far and away our best episode yet. I had a great time.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was
great time.
See, this is
Um,
what we're here
like
for.
I said at the top of the episode, links are in the description for all our socials on X, on Instagram, on TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube, and then also the website launching in a week, roughly. Do you think?
Yeah, so
Tentative timeline?
we've made some strides, some big time strides. I think we're gonna look to start posting content within the next week and on the socials as well. And yeah, so I'd say in about a week or so.
Ethan, get the handwriting better, my guy.
Can we? Hey,
Brandon, dude, why you gotta be a dick?
Austin, did
Come
you
on,
see
dude.
my Venmo
I
messages? Because I know that was a hot topic the week prior.
Do what?
Did you see my Venmo note when I Venmoed you?
I did.
Oh.
We can pull it up real quick.
Yeah. Since
What did you say?
since John Mateer is a gambling bastard and Arch Manning likes butt stuff, so
Arch Manning likes butt stuff.
yeah,
According
man.
to Venmo, yes.
So Lance Thomas, funny enough, I think of Knicks legend Lance Thomas, but 5 days ago I was Venmoed $10 by Lance, and it said sports gambling and waxing, and I haven't got approached about it yet. I could assume when somebody needs to Venmo me, they're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, what the?" But no.
Another podcast we'll have to touch on Knicks legend Lance Thomas and how I got cyberbullied as a 10-year-old, but that's just for another time.
Yes, it is. Shop for all kinds of 5 Out content. That'll be like the hub of all of our content.
Yeah.
Enes Cantor used to tag me in Twitter posts for some reason. So
Wow, that's a pull.
yeah,
Wow.
Video, guys.
It was bad.
Thanks for listening.
Wow.
Thanks to all you guys for joining, and we will do this.
Come back
same
next week.
time next week. See you then.